Good day, ladies and gentlemen, my name is EdsterThunderberg and I'm going to be giving you a training video on the dancer from my personal experience. So basically, with that move that she does there, it can one-shot you, so avoid it. Then she has a little bit of a delay on that one, and when she slams, she always follows it up with a slash. Now as you can see in the beginning, I was not very good with avoiding the slash. So this is basically going to be a try for SL1 because I did it on SL1, but I'm going to try to incorporate with normal runs also. All I can suggest with normal run from my personal experience is the dark hand that you get from going to by the undead settlement. Can't remember the guy's name now, but it's when you get the doggies on the one side and you go to the other side on your left hand side. You'll talk to a guy there, he'll offer his services, you die about 50, talk to him back at Firelink, then you have to die 15 times, then he dies, then Yuria comes along. Now, as soon as she comes along, you just buy the dark hand from her, that you'll have to farm up a bit. Now, you can do the dancer any level that you want. You can do a late game, you can do an early game, it's all up to you. But what I found, if you're doing early game, you can do it with the dark hand. It does great damage to her, and then it's just about learning the moveset. Okay, so let's get into it, and let me start showing you the moves. I found it very difficult to avoid her in the beginning. It was not easy because I was rusty. I didn't play Dark Souls for 3 months or something like that. So I was making bugger ups on the easiest moves to avoid. Okay, she does that if you stand on her right hand side. Left hand side. Sorry about that. The best thing is to focus on staying on her right hand side the whole time. She has an opening there, it's much easier to predict the movesets that she's gonna do. Again, you'll hear that whoosh as soon as she does it. Swipes, you can either back or that one I like to just go front. But with the swipes you can go forward, you can go backwards, and she's gonna be doing that whoosh a lot. Okay, that is a delayed upward strike. This she does if you are at distance, then she does that. And that move caused me because I didn't even know that it was in her moveset at all. Okay, that when she does that, it's better to just dodge to your, make 2 dodges to your right hand side. Then you can still catch her in it and get in 2 hits. There's the slam. You have to delay the slam again, and like I said, I had big problems in the beginning. Now when she does that, she usually does that when you are at the front, so you can just dodge to your left hand side and then go backwards because she can get you in that when she does that the whole time. So this is just my personal opinion on how to avoid her moves, what I found is best to avoid her moves. Obviously, if you're not doing an SL1 run, you will be able to handle her damages better. With the dark hand, usually when I do beat her on early game is when I'm about level 30 and I have anything from 20 to 25 in vitality. what I usually do is okay, I'll continue that story now. Right, that was a two-handed swipe that you can avoid by going to the left. There, that's that one that you just dodge there, to the left, and then you can get 2 strikes in. She does catch you, in the beginning she did catch me quite a lot with that quick swipe that she does. Now, usually what I do with her in the early game with the Dark Hand is I defeat these guys, build up souls, level up, defeat them again, continuously do that and fight her, and then when I've got enough souls like 16k or 26k, I just burn out, go level up and fight her again. It is recommended to be embered up with her. It makes it easier if you are embered. As you'll see, I do beat her when I am embered. Oh man, her in this corner is just so difficult. Didn't delay on my jump there, and she got me with the down strike. That is absolutely, if you do the dodge right, you can get damage in there. Okay, if you delay and delay again, then you successfully will be able to dodge that one. Okay, when she does this, just back away, and then you can just go in and get 2 strikes. I do not just got 1 there, but later in the game you'll see me doing 2 strikes there. When she staggered, it is not recommended to go for the stagger because she could get you. There I was on the wrong side, and she got me on the quick backhand swing that she does with her left hand arm. Sometimes it is very difficult to avoid that grab. In the beginning I was having a lot of trouble. Okay, we finally got her now to a second place. Now this is where it gets tricky. She will always begin with a spin to win. Now you could, if you count it correctly, it's very unpredictable, but if you count it correctly, you can jump into her on her last spin. Now there she got me with that quick slash that she does. Here you'll see me making a big mistakes with her second half. It is, you can get close to her, but it's not recommended to stay close to her because she can get you with any move that she does. There it's just best to dodge because she can do a flurry of slashes at any time. You just, as you go along, fighting her the whole time, trying to beat her, you will get the timing of the slashes. Okay, she's in second place. I think if anything from when I counted the spin to win, if anything from 5 to 7 spins that she does it. Once she went 9, but I could have counted wrong. Okay, when she does that, just back away because it can one-shot you if you're doing her early. Okay, she's gonna jump. Don't go immediately in for her like I did there because she does that slash. Yeah, you can get confused because usually when she jumps in the beginning, she doesn't do a slash. But in the second phase, she does do, after her jump, she does that quick spin. Now I was fighting her with the deep battle axe, it was not working. You'll see me switch to the broadsword. I would recommend a fast weapon with a heavy weapon. It tends to, it seems like it does more damage, but it doesn't. Okay, when you're far away, she will try to get you with that one. Just back away, but it does sometimes get you. Here you see precisely what I mean. You have to stay away from her there. It's not worth it taking chances. once she starts doing that. Okay, delay and another delay in your leap dodging, and then okay, now you just back away and strike her. On most of these things, you are going to find that you are lucky, very lucky to avoid it. And I think this boss took me about 300, could be 500 times to get her moveset done. It was not easy. It is not an easy fight. It's much easier if you fight her with more HP. Okay, she does that. When she does that, you'll see her lining it up, just back away. Now you can dodge these. If I have some trouble with dodging them, but you can dodge them. I think it's basically to your left, then to your left again, and to your left again. But sometimes even I did bugger up the timing on it. Now there it's just best to stay away from it. I know there's guys like Faraz who can stay close to her left hand, right hand knee, leg the whole time, and he does it excellent how he avoids. Okay. Well, she killed me there, again in the second phase. Very difficult fight. Okay, when she goes for this, just dodge to your right hand side and you'll see you'll be able to avoid it. It's not as easy in the second phase because then she does two. As I was also saying, you can, in the second phase, if you can master, and go and have a look at Faraz Khan, where he does the dancer unupgraded SL1, you've got a playlist there. You can see that he sticks to her right hand leg the whole time, even in the second phase. Now, he has amazing things with that, where she goes into that dark flash, and if you can manage to get that technique, that is going to be your easiest way to beat her. Okay, I took a chance with a charge there. Alright. Here I started charging in the second phase, thinking it gives me more damage, but in natural fact it doesn't. Okay, there your best is just to avoid it. As you can see, my strategy in the second phase is I try to avoid them at all times. You are lucky to survive there. Go in on openings I see and strike her. But I was using the wrong weapon where I did not get any opportunity to strike. Okay, if she does that one, she lines it up, just dodge the other way. Here, there's that two strikes. You can, sometimes you get lucky by dodging perfectly, correctly to the, I would recommend going to the right hand side. Or to your left hand side. It depends. It's very difficult to say which way you must dodge there. It's all about how she lines it up. That. I knew it was coming, but my dodges didn't work out. Okay, here I switched over. Started using the broadsword, +3. And also the flint ring, and I changed my whole loadout just so that I can handle more damage from her. So if you're doing a SL1, I would specifically recommend you using Lloyd's Shield Ring and Sword Ring, Flame Ring, because it gives you more movability if you are naked, not wearing armor, and then the Colossal Ring just for the stamina, because you have to dodge a lot. Now you'll see me start doing better here because I have a faster weapon and it does more damage than your heavy weapons. Just a basic avoid. At this time I had her moveset almost memorized out of my head. I should take a little bit of damage, so I got her quite quickly. Now I was using, here I tried to experiment. Over here I was experimenting. You'll see me start experimenting with the human generation and as well as Ember and all that, just to make the fight a little bit easier, increase my damage, but it is also all about avoiding her attacks. That's the main thing. All I can say, when you're fighting her, don't give up. Eventually, you will learn her moves and be able to predict what's coming. And then, once you get that, it is where it becomes easier to handle her. And try to use any advantage that you can get. Dark is the best that you can use against her. Lightning is second. I wouldn't recommend doing fire, even though you do see me using fire at the last when I do beat her. Okay, there I missed time and she got it. Okay, here I ended up. Best way to get embers here is just defeat the guys outside there, out of the arena. You get embers, and then you can ember up and hopefully stand a better chance of doing it. This is basically all the attacks that you have to learn, avoid. I tried my best to give pointers on how to avoid them. You have to delay that thing. If you do not delay your dodge, she will get you. But dangerous coming into the corner there, but got her there. Okay, now I wasn't very good at avoiding the spin to win there. She nabbed me there. You have to get far away as possible. Luckily I was far away, so that didn't get me. Now, as you there, human federation, I just want to up my damage and get this fight over with. Now my basic strategy for the second phase is I go zigzag. I zigzag it around the pillar. For me, it gives me openings on her attack, and because I have a fast weapon, I get to take advantage of that openings. Stay away from this thing at all costs because it can one-shot. And I was lucky there that she did it 2 times in a row. Yeah, I was lucky to get away there. Now she does that double strike. Here in the second phase, best from my personal experience, just avoid it. Just avoid it, stick away, punish what you can punish. You will eventually learn the timing. I got greedy there. I couldn't just dodge away because it was almost in and I thought I can stop her. Okay, now here. I was extremely lucky. The first phase went like this. Bam bam. I could just bam 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 the whole time. Even on her left hand side, the sword arm, she wasn't doing anything. She was just walking around, and then it went to second phase fast. I didn't use any Edsters. I didn't end up because I noticed that it kills you in the first. If you make one small mistake and it kills you in the first phase, it's over. Okay, I was using the fire because I was out of dark fire, human fire resin. I was out of thunder, the gold fire resin, so I was using charcoal, the smallest one, the one that just lasts a few seconds. I took my openings, I stayed away from her, I took my openings where I could apply my craft. It did hit me a few times. For me to know meter force, I don't know, I just don't manage to, it's not something that I'm very good at. Maybe it's because my ADD, but I just can't concentrate so long, and then usually they hit me like that. Like I said, I like zigzagging her around. Okay, there it got me a little bit. Okay, so just get me there. But I healed up. You see, basically, I have a hit and run strategy right here. Go in a few times, try not to get hit. That's basically how I do mine. But there are so many other Dark Souls players who have excellent skills and they can first only. I don't think I'll ever get there. Okay, there I winged it, tried to survive a fury of slashes there. Luckily I did. And here I was also, on the right time I was there, I could get those two hits in. And the moment that I worked my butt off for finally happened. Right, so I hope you guys like this training video. I tried my best to explain what worked for me. It's not to say that it's going to work for you. We all have different builds. We all do play on a different level. I play this one SL1. It's not totally going to apply to you with if you're using a normal character, because you can take more hits than me. You can survive more things. So yes, it's all up to luck. What she gives you, learning her moves, doing the best that you can with what she does. And as I said, this took me 3 weeks to do. It was not easy at all. But eventually I learned my own moveset. Eventually I started using things to buff myself up, took advantage of any extra damage that I can take, extra damage that I can do, and in the end, with me learning her moveset, memorizing her moveset, that is what got me this win. But I'm not the best at this game. It's there's a lot of guys that are better than me. That like, if you can first only the dancer, that I can only dream of doing that. Like Lobos did on New Game 7. I can only dream of fighting this thing on New Game 7 with just a torch. And no dodging, no rolling, those type of things. I doubt that I will ever be able to do that. But this is my basic training video. Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't help you. I don't know. Dark Souls is a very funny game. What works for me might not work for you. It's all about finding your rhythm, doing the things that works for you, and then you will see that you are able, with practicing, you are able to beat the boss. And trust me, it's an amazing feeling when you finally do. This is not a game that is for players that want to win fast and get it over with. It's not that. You have to sit and you have to get good, as we say. That's the only way. And once you finally get good, you will see that you beat them. You will beat the boss. So that's basically what I can recommend to you guys, to you all. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to have you as a subscriber soon. From me, peace out.